good beach. Ooh. Nice. Well, it's quite frustrating. We've had lots of strong weather here all along the south coast, southwesterlies, southerly winds, churning up the beach, and it should be really good for fishing, but the problem is I can't get out there. The weed's too bad, and you get little weather windows where I'm usually at work. So I'm looking at some alternatives in today's video. The first thing I want to look at are these mullet. They're frustrating, aren't they? I can't get it out with the wind. It just comes straight back. You can see him there though. It's frustrating trying to film them, let alone... Oh, that's really big. That's pretty big. So I know the fish are there. Should we have a little go trying to catch them with the bread? Bit short on alternatives, but I do love tracking these mullet. Just see if we can pick one up on bread. I think it is a mullet, but it's just sort of acting strange, isn't it? Like turning on its side a bit. Yeah, they don't seem to like the crust as much. That one, it did just take that bit of crust. That wind is unrelenting. I've found a quiet little corner. Just wanted to show you the tackle I'm using. Simply using my lure fishing gear. I've got a 35 gram lure rod. I'm just going to use my lure gear today. This is the High Tide SSD 5-piece, just nice and easy, isn't it, to carry with you while we're almost stalking these fish. Obviously if you're targeting mullet and you do it a lot, there are better options for your rod. I'm a sea angler, I'm a lure fisherman. This is what I've got, so I'm using what I've got, and it's going to be that 2500 reel. I do love my 5-piece rod from Tailwalk, so we'll give this a go and see a 15-pound leader. So you know, you could fish a lot lighter. You're probably laughing at me, I know, if you're a mullet specialist. I've seen a fish though, I want to catch it. Tiny. I'm just going to free line it. So we've gone for 0.19 fluorocarbon and those wide gaped hooks, Drennan ones. These are size 6. Let's see if this works. So I'm not a coarse fishing expert in any way, but basically just a little bit of floating bread I think is going to work, isn't it? Float that on the surface and hopefully hopefully that'll work. It's a little bit new to me. Straight off. Try again. I'm not used to this subtle way of fishing, that's for sure. I've got the net's down in the water to land the fish. A bit presumptive. I can hear a splash down there. What am I doing wrong? So this is not a how-to, obviously. Let's try and present this bread. You want the bread to stay on, but you want it to be fluffy as well, don't you? So it might float. Obviously a big bit on there. Let me tear that off. Let's try that. Took it and sucked it off. How exciting. Done it again. He's done it again. He's just sucking that bread. came off. Got to play it a bit better. And just a case of playing it out a little bit. We'll bring it into the weeds. God, they do fight though. They really fight. You don't want to rush this fish. Oh, it's lovely, isn't it? Look at that. Let's get that one back in. What a lovely fish. Nicely hooked. And that gives me just about enough time to talk about today's sponsors of this episode, which is Jackery. And I'm really pleased when Jackery reached out, because this is a really good, useful unit for anyone that's into their outdoor life, camping, and for me in particular, really useful for charging things like head torches for fishing, all the camera gear, drones, phones. So this is the Jackery Explorer 500. It's got safety in mind as well, because you've got this light. It is really, really bright. You probably recognise that, ... dash. And I particularly like it for the speed and power that it offers as well. You've got DC and AC as well, because you've got those 3-pin plugs, so you can charge things, you know, even up to things like a fridge as well. It's got USB-C, 30 watts, even got 100 watts on there as well. And what that means in real terms is you can charge your phone up. Literally, I mean, I plugged it in and my iPhone was showing 80% from nothing in about 30 minutes. Just really, really quick. And genuinely as well, it's got a really good carrying handle. It's got that little rubber bit underneath. So if you're taking it down to the beach to charge up for a night session or something like that, really good. Whether you're camping, fishing on the beach, going on a road trip, and it's a great backup even for things like fridges, fans, things like that. You can run it off the Jackery Explorer 500 V2. It's even got like a 12 volt as well, what we used to call the cigarette lighter. And I'll leave your discount code underneath, plus a link, so you can get your Jackery 500 V2 Explorer. Just follow the link underneath. Thank you, Jackery, for sponsoring this episode. Stick one of these quick links on, got some raw ones. This will probably hold bottom. We'll have a look. Flapper scratching rig. Just going to put some worms on. I want to see if we can pick up a live bait really. There's a chance here, sole dab. So I just want little bullets on here really, see if we can get that on. Small hooks. This is probably going to come back with loads of weed attached, but just want to give it a go, otherwise we'll head back to the harbour. I like a little bit more movement in the water, you know, it's screaming bass. As soon as you say that, you're finished, aren't you? Well, these are gutted lug. Okay, there's so much weed out there. Not sure how long we're going to last. We've got, basically, I'm going to give it one chance, and we'll see it on the rod. I think it's only a matter of time until some of that weed drags it. The only thing is there is a bit of a line of weed. I've cast over it. I've got to bring it back through there with or without a fish. Don't know. Could be a right pain in the arse. To the wind. Let's set this other rod up. I do much prefer the Colmic rod to the Yuki one there. Wasn't the best purchase, to be honest, that Yuki. Still, I need to spend, I wouldn't mind getting a really good beach. Ooh. And we'll see it on the rod tip. They're always so hard to get hold of and unhook, these eels, but you've got to put them back. They are a protected species. I don't mind seeing them. Just got to make sure they don't tangle up your just got to make sure they don't tangle up your rig. So we've got away from the wind, and now we're back out on the beach, and even calmer inside the harbour here. It wasn't long till I managed to not film it, but we did get a bass. This was on the 3-hook flapper. Lovely. Nice little bass. Nice. So I've moved a little bit further down the coast here to Bulverhythe, and I've never had much luck down here, but you see the sort of mark we're fishing over today, sand, but these reefs as well. And push this into the sun. We've also got those boulders there as well, and it's just sort of somewhere to look for a little bit of more interesting water and flat calm. It needs a bit more water under it, I think, that for the bass to come through, but they will come through in a few feet of water, 1 foot of water even. Just the one rod today. I've snapped my Colmic tip. I'm waiting for another rod. I just thought I'd show you this venue because obviously it's such a beautiful autumn day. We started the video off, didn't we, with horrendous windy conditions, totally unfishable, and now things have flattened out. Now it's not necessarily better for the fishing, but it is certainly lovely out here. Just shows how this British weather can change. Nice little venue, this one.
So I've really found a fishing tray useful, particularly if you're fishing a flooding tide and you just pick everything up and walk it back up the beach together. You can do it with one hand, just makes things so much easier. Changing conditions and what it has to offer the sea angler. I'm hoping that that's come across today. You know, we were catching mullet behind the beach in really calmer conditions out the wind, and then we had rougher conditions, and now the weather's changed again, and it's easier to get out on the beaches. So I hope you're out and about. Have you been out fishing? Did you manage to fish through that rough weather? And as always, thanks very much for watching. I'll appreciate your comments,